Tiffany Trump has definitely enjoyed the spoils and splendors that her father's career has brought her. Here's the truth about Tiffany Trump's insanely lavish life.
I'm so happy to be Tiffany Trump. I'm so happy to be, in the family I'm in with my siblings and my father.
New Year's Eve lets you bust out your most shimmery dress and highest heels. And that was certainly the memo that Tiffany got, because she rang in 2018 in perhaps the most lavish way possible. According to Page 6, Tiffany was spotted at the Culver Hotel in Los Angeles at a swanky New Year's Eve party. But it wasn't just a party. She was the guest of honor at the Playboy New Year's Eve party, hosted by none other than Hugh Hefner's son, Cooper. Tiffany was seen in a very low-cut, sparkly silver cocktail dress and was photographed by Candace Jordan, who just so happened to be Playboy's Miss December in 1979. Not a bad way to celebrate the new year. It's no secret that the Trump daughters have their eyes on the prize. Ivanka Trump married her multi-millionaire husband and Manhattan real estate tycoon Jared Kushner, and the couple have made a name for themselves in business and in politics. But Tiffany might have just one-upped her older sister when she got engaged to her fiance Michael Boulos. Who is Boulos? Just your average 20-something. He's also the heir to a Nigerian conglomerate called Boulos Enterprises that happens to be worth billions of dollars. First spotted together in 2018, the two got engaged as the Trump administration was coming to a close in 2021. Tiffany posted the engagement announcement on her Instagram, along with a photo of the couple standing on the White House grounds. She wrote, "It has been an honor to celebrate many milestones here at the White House. None more special than my engagement to my amazing fiancé Michael. And the ring details will blow your mind." According to the Daily Mail, Tiffany's engagement ring is a 13-carat diamond in an emerald shape that, according to a jewelry expert, cost as much as $1.2 million. Everyone handles breakups and stress differently. Tiffany turned to the London nightclub scene in the wake of her breakup from longtime boyfriend Ross Mechanic in 2018. And while it's hard to blame her for the choice, it was definitely the most lavish option she could have chosen. According to People magazine, Tiffany was spotted at the Arts Club, a super exclusive spot in Mayfair, and she was later seen being escorted by Secret Service to another bar. A close source to Tiffany told the publication that she was very caught up in the negative attention that was directed to her father at the time, and her split was only making things worse. The insider said, "She has been having a rough summer. The breakup with her longtime boyfriend is still bothering her. All the negative attention on her dad is stressing her out, and she's just not been doing well lately." Tiffany runs in the same friend circle as Grease partier and actress Lindsay Lohan. According to E! News, Lohan and Tiffany were spotted partying together in Mykonos in 2018, and Lohan even posted about the hangout on social media at the time. The duo was spotted at a fundraising event at a Mykonos restaurant and were tagged in the same Instagram story. According to the New York Times, Lohan and Tiffany have known each other for some time. Lohan has even called her a really sweet girl and a nice person. According to the restaurant's website, the site where Lohan and Trump partied together features a gorgeous cabana, a spa, and yacht services. To top everything off, it features the area's most indulgent shopping location. Leave it to Tiffany to vacation in style while her father's world was going up in smoke. According to People mag, she and her mother, Marla Maples, were spotted on a lavish vacation in Italy in 2017, despite the turbulence that was taking the Donald by storm, the Russia probe. It seems like indulging in the water activities around the island is a big thing to do because Trump and Maples even went out on a jet ski together. Maples posted a photo of them living it up on the water, captioning it, "Me and my girl." Before they took to the water, Trump and Maples had been visiting other parts of Italy and had been spotted in the gorgeous Tuscany area and the Italian islands. Hopefully they turned off the news notifications on their phones because things weren't going so well for the Trump administration and the rest of the Trump family. When Donald Trump lost the 2020 presidential election, things didn't go all that smoothly. He refused to concede, he led the charge in a number of efforts to overturn the results. And though he finally admitted that Joe Biden would become the next president, he did not go quietly. Donald chose Florida and his Mar-a-Lago estate as his primary residence for his post-presidential life. And the bulk of his family is moving with him, including Tiffany. According to People, Tiffany and her fiance were spotted house hunting in the lavish Miami Beach area and were weighing a new purchase. A source told the publication she is actively looking for a house in Miami Beach. She's been in Miami Beach for 5 or 6 days. Homes in the Miami Beach area can be as expensive as $15 million, while some properties on the islands surrounding Miami Beach go for as much as $35 million. The pinnacle of fashion season is New York Fashion Week, the hottest ticket in town. Tiffany has been known for her interest in high fashion, the shows, and the glamour that goes along with it. But things got a little sticky for her in February 2017. According to People Mag, Tiffany attended a show, but was left abandoned in the audience after a number of magazine editors refused to sit by her due to her father's controversial administration. At the time, a former columnist for the Wall Street Journal posted a photo of Tiffany surrounded by a sea of empty seats. An editor from Elle tweeted that magazine editors were fleeing so they didn't have to be seated near her, but it seems like Tiffany took it in stride. She showed up at the September 2017 show just 7 months after the first debacle in an edgy dress from the show's designer, according to Yahoo Life. There certainly seems to be a disconnect between Tiffany and her father. He has often had to defend his relationship with his youngest daughter. He's also made it really obvious that Ivanka Trump is his favorite.
She's so good. She wanted to make the trip. She said, "Dad, can I go with you?" She actually said, "Daddy, can I go with you?" I like that, right?
But despite the interpersonal relationships, Tiffany still indulges in the perks of the family businesses and has made a point of posting her lavish lifestyle on social media. According to W Magazine, Tiffany spent her time in her post-law school life wandering the grassy fields of Trump Winery. She's also shared photos at the Trump International Hotel located in Washington, D.C., and consistently posted photos of herself and her family on White House grounds. To add another element of extravagance to her lifestyle, Tiffany also indulged in some of the presidential perks her father was granted. She reportedly joined her father on a trip to the presidential getaway property, Camp David. Perhaps nothing screams decadence more than a banquet with the British royal family. As People Mag reported, Donald Trump traveled to the United Kingdom on official business, and he just happened to bring his kids along with him. The White House didn't confirm beforehand that all the Trump children, minus Barron, would go on such a trip. But nevertheless, the four showed up at a lavish dinner with Queen Elizabeth and other royal family members. Talk about living life in the glamorous lane. The publication reported that the adult Trump children were spread out around the banquet hall, all seated next to different members of the royal family and their inner circle. The President of the United States and his family are entitled to protection and services, there's no doubt about that. But while Donald Trump was in office, Tiffany may have used the opportunity to sustain her lavish lifestyle, and it came at a price to taxpayers. According to Insider, Tiffany vacationed in Serbia during her spring break hiatus from Georgetown Law School in 2019. That may not sound too crazy, but prepare yourselves, because the trip cost taxpayers at least $23,000. Courts purchased a copy of State Department records that showed that $23,000 was requested to provide Tiffany accommodations in Serbia from March 7th to March 16th. The request was entitled Acquisition of Hotel Accommodations in Support of Tiffany Travel, and showed that the money was requested to pay for lodging at the Square 9 Hotel, where rooms can cost upwards of $1,600 a night, and to sustain Tiffany's Secret Service detail. The purchase records also showed that Tiffany was referred to as a VIP and as a senior high-level U.S. government principal. Current and former presidents of the United States are granted Secret Service protection for life, and while they're in office, they can extend the protections they are granted to their families. Despite the coronavirus pandemic, the massive stay-at-home orders, and the threat of contracting the disease, Tiffany used her Secret Service detail while on a shopping spree in Palm Beach, Florida in the last weeks of her father's administration. As noted by Palm Beach's local news outlet Local 10, Tiffany was spotted on Worth Avenue with her Secret Service detail, and it did not sit well with locals. Tiffany's father had come under scrutiny for endangering Secret Service agents as he traveled across the country to rally his base, resulting in more than 100 agents having to isolate and quarantine themselves due to possible COVID-19 exposure. So for Tiffany to be floating through the Palm Beach stores with her 4 agents behind her, certainly extravagant but not the best look. The Hamptons really do live up to the name and reputation, at least in Tiffany's life. According to People magazine, Tiffany has been spotted in the Hamptons, indulging in the lavish scene. and was once seen with none other than Naomi Biden, Joe Biden's granddaughter. The two were seen together in 2018, and Tiffany even posted a photo of them together in an Instagram story. So what else does Tiffany get up to while in the Hamptons? A lot. According to the Daily Mail, she was spotted at a Trump fundraising event in the Hamptons in August 2020 that reportedly brought in a lot of money for her father. The previous year, she was fashionably late to a charity gala held in the area, according to Page 6. And in 2018, she celebrated the 4th of July in the Hamptons, not far from where none other than Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin were staying. There's one detail about Tiffany's lavish life that might just take the cake. In 2019, Tiffany revealed a portrait of herself on her social media that was placed above her couch in her New York City apartment. Sure, a portrait is a little bit indulgent, but what's the big deal? Well, it was made by an artist from Colombia who refers to himself as Mr. Bling, and the portrait of Tiffany was made out of crystals. As reported by The Washingtonian, Mr. Bling was commissioned by Tiffany herself to make the piece. It was made of 150,000 Swarovski crystals and took over a month to make, as the crystals were hand-placed one at a time on the canvas. The portrait features Tiffany in a black leather jacket with her hair flowing to the side. It's all as lavish as you'd expect. Alongside a picture with the artist, she wrote in the caption, "Thank you, Mr. Bling, for including me in one of your incredible pieces of art. It's hard to find the right words for this no doubt pricey purchase." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about lavish celebrity lifestyles are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.